What determines success and failure? Is it that you were able to achieve the desired outcome before embarking on the route to success, or the threshold that you regarded as a barrier to failure? The problem here is that this line that separates these two outcomes is almost always blurred beyond recognition. The nuanced way of approaching success, or rather winning in life, therefore, can be emphasized through what one gains positively through the process, whether small or large in quantity, and not keep a defined threshold. And I think Dada illustrates this idea of success very, very well, but is also realistically rooted. The film brilliantly utilizes numerous themes of maturity to hammer home the concept of triumph. It doesn't give you the rush of success all at once, but rather sprinkles the rewards to the audience through a layered screenplay, and it succeeds strongly. Early on, outside the police station, Mani's father is indirectly advising him through his brother by indicating that the girl has complete trust in him, and his face changes from one of arrogance to ponderance, a realization of the gravity of the situation. And later, a subsequent moment of embrace to understand that while they still made a mistake, they should be level-headed and mature enough to prevail as a result of this turmoil. This, I think, is a subtle triumph in terms of their relationship with each other. You see, they are college-going people still. They are not completely mature enough to understand the nuances of bringing a child into this world, but what is in their ability and control is to maintain the strong base of their love towards each other that they have had all along. It simply doesn't degrade due to a problem. Maturity is as much physical as it is to do with the emotional and mental state of mind. The development of oneself is not restricted to certain pieces of solving the jigsaw that is life, but also to face challenges, setbacks, and put up a fight against them and come out victorious. Ganesh K Babu does a superb job in illustrating this through the feat of resilience throughout the first act of the movie. For instance, they initially move out of their friend's house, which is very opulent by the way, where they pay no rent, to a less comfortable house where they need to pay rent due to unavoidable circumstances. There is also a moment where Sindhu is vomiting in the middle of the road and Mani helps her, but just preceding that scene, we are shown both of their parents in disharmony and unrest, arguing and manifesting fear of societal judgment, but never once helping their children throughout this ordeal. The very belief that victory can be obtained through one's ingrained level of ability alone, as opposed to a major dose of resilience and determination, also will leave anyone brittle in the face of adversity. Fantastically though, the film sheds some astute commentary on this aspect in an instance when we are shown Sindhu fighting her body before passing out just as she is ready to deliver the baby. Now, think about this, right? I don't mean to say this is true for everyone, but it is probably true for most of the people from the subcontinent. When you are in college and you are majoring in a department, do you assume that you would go on to work in your core area of expertise? More often than not, you end up working in an entirely different spectrum of work, and only then do you develop a sense of purpose of what you're going to do in the future. You gain this clean focus on the purpose of life as you experience and go through various unpredictable phases and its resulting consequences, just as money does in the movie. This, I honestly believe, is a glorious depiction of a triumphant reward through the path of helplessness. For an evidently shell-shocked Mani, who initially learns that the baby has been abandoned by Sindhu and her parents, he distraughtly asks his brother where Sindhu is, even though he knows what has transpired. He subsequently tries to seek help from his parents, particularly his mother, as he has no experience or knowledge on how to raise a child. But his father staunchly refuses to pay heed to him, and a visibly shaken Mani storms away with yet another event of adversity thrown on his face. Overwhelmed, he decides to drop the child at an orphanage, claiming that he found the baby by the dumpster in an effort to distance himself from being responsible for the boy. Scared, ashamed, embarrassed, and mortified. But he immediately realizes he has made a grave mistake. he tears up spontaneously and decides to go and get his child back. And this is where the aspect of realization kicks in. The realization of ownership, the realization of one's own identity, the maturity to become responsible for a rocky road ahead, a triumphant coming of age perception of reality. As he looks at his son now, he promises to take care of him and apologizes for abandoning him. He comprehends the gravity of the word Appa and proclaims his sole purpose of life now is to bring him up both as a father and a mother. And I really think Kavin does a superb job in portraying the vulnerability of this character to its truest essence, throughout the second act of the movie. It is very, very convincing. There is this innate tendency to dramatically accentuate a person's negative actions on another, but never optimism. It barely sees the light of the day. So, being emotionally stable only comes with these sour experiences and better learnings. Something I think the movie vehemently displays through everyone on the screen excellently. In the face of adversity, I do think women are typically more level-headed in what needs to be done and how to move ahead. Very early on, when Mani suggests to Sindhu that they abort the baby, she strongly disagrees and berates Mani, but still stays with him. While still angry, she is mature enough to not take a drastic decision that she does not believe in and wants to go through with it despite the societal judgments that she may face or the parental disownment she is surely to experience. But I truly believe the movie works so well because on how excellently Ganesh K Babu incorporates emotional instability as opposed to stability during the climax to a sensational effect. You see, being mature enough to control your emotions is essential, but knowing when to let go and mentally face your past is a testament to one's character arc. After she first realizes that her son is very much alive and well, which visibly breaks her, she faces up to Mani in tears and sits in front of him. What is very clever here is the way in which she does not speak a word and the script lets Mani's mini monologue to take over. It is important because she needs to listen to his pain and suffering that she inadvertently let him to experience before she can respond. And in one fell swoop, when she says she left him because she thought her baby had died and that she blamed it on him, we watch his expression transform from disdain to comprehension. It feels like the glass shattering and a new path has opened up for both of these individuals. He doesn't show it right away, but all of his 4 years of emotional fortitude crumbles, in a good way I should say, as he sees their son embrace his mother for the first time, and it is just beautiful. The entire sequence and the payoff is truly, truly rewarding, and it is a guaranteed tearjerker with every viewing. A testament to how well paced and well written the ending really is. But do you know what the greatest triumph maturity that this movie lets you take away? Empathy. But it is the viewer's triumph and not the characters, because as we watch the film progress, we initially agree with Sindhu's resilience to not abort. Then we witness their struggles to lead a normal life during the pregnancy. We then absolutely side with Mani when he has to do it all for himself and raise up a kid at a young age. And then finally, we side with both of them once the climax transpires. The fact that we empathize with both of their arcs at different points of the story, where neither of them are at fault sometimes and both are at fault at other times, is a stunning illustration on how a coming-of-age drama needs to be shown in movies much more frequently and with such elegance. As the movie ends like how it began, with both of them laying side by side, there's this sense of victory, a sense of optimism, and a feeling of euphoric joy. Something that we as an audience always thrive for coming out of the movies.